Hello, and thank you for joining me for this demonstration of how to create a user in the admin portal on Horizon. In this video, we will look at the process you will need to follow in order to create a new user, assign them a DDI, and some services to the new user that you've created. As you can see on the screen, I'm currently signed in on the Horizon admin portal, and I'm on the default landing page of the dashboard. To create a new user, I'm going to navigate to the Users tab and select Add User. So at the top of the screen, just to the right of the Dashboard tab, we can see Users, and then we can see Add User. Just going to select that. And this will bring me straight into the screen I can go to in order to add a new user. You can also do this from the List Users tab. So you see where we're listing the users now. At the bottom there, you've got Add. And again, that just brings you into that Add New User page. So when creating a new user, we have to follow a series of required tabs that we can see outlined at the top of the screen here. And we won't be able to move on until we have filled in all of the required information. Also, what's worth noting is if we don't have the licensing to be able to create a new user, we won't be able to progress from this tab. So if we had no premium licenses that we need to create users, it won't allow us to move on from this tab. We would then need to speak to our account manager at Opus about getting more licenses, or perhaps you'd need to look through your users and see if there's any licenses that you can reclaim from leavers, for example. So to create this user, first thing we need to do is select the site. I'm just going to choose the Opus demo site. I'm then going to give this user a name. Let's call it some test here. Not going to bother with a department. You can add departments should you wish to, and you can also add a contact, external mobile for this user. The last thing I need to do is just add an email address so that all the correspondence that's required to be sent to this user from Horizon has somewhere to go. So again, if we didn't populate this, we wouldn't be able to progress. It would force us to add the email address. So the next tab that we brought along to is assign number. So if we've got any DDI numbers available, they'll all be listed here. And then we can just select a DDI number that we wish to give to this user. That can then, off the back of that, provide an extension number. This generally takes the last X number of digits from the DDI number. So depending on the number of how long your extension is that you're using. So on our demo system here, we're using 3-digit extensions, but you may be using 4-digit extensions, etc. I'm going to change. No, I'm going to leave that as it is, 067. And then just at the bottom there, we can see the presentation number. Presentation name. So just first name, last name. Just press continue. We're then brought through to this page where it's offering us the ability to assign services to this user. So these services, depending on the subscriptions that you have, will be listed on the right-hand side here. The service pack on the left-hand side includes things like the Horizon Contact licenses. So if this user that I was creating was going to be an agent or a supervisor on Horizon Contact, I would need to give them one of these licenses in order for me to be able to then go and administer those users within Horizon Contact. Another option within this service pack section is the Horizon Contact Administrator. So if I wanted this user not necessarily to be a call taker or an interaction handler from the contact center, but I just want them to be able to administer the contact center, I wouldn't select one of these options. I would just give them admin access if needed to. Okay, so we're just going to leave that as it is. We're just going to do save and continue. This then brings us into a permissions tab. We can leave this as a default. Really, this is to do with signing in and managing their device via the web browser. Again, from the phone, etc., they'll still be able to manage these various functions. So again, I'm just going to leave this and I'm going to select continue. Then the final page that we've got here is offering us to assign a physical device. So if we've got physical devices available, they'll be listed within this drop down, and then we can just go ahead and select one of those devices to assign to our user. I'm not going to assign a physical device to this user. I'm going to show you how to assign a soft phone instead. So we're just going to select continue without device. And then all we need to do then is just, that brings us back to our listed users. Just search for our user so we can see the new user that we've created there. Just going to go ahead and select edit. Then on the phone tab, I'm going to select this option here, which is manage soft clients. And we get a series of options within here based on the licensing that we have. So we're going to ignore the MS Teams one at the top there. The three that we're interested in are Collaborate, Soft Phone Client for desktop, Soft Phone Client for mobile. The soft phone client for desktop and mobile are the same thing. They just offer, you know, you can either have it on your mobile or on your PC. The Collaborate option is a much more in-depth option, which gives you things like chat and meeting rooms and so on. So we're going to ignore Collaborate for the moment. We'll cover that in another video. In this video, we're just going to select desktop client, and we're going to choose for the PC because I have a Windows PC. And then the mobile client, we're going to choose for iOS or for my iPhone. Then I'm going to select save. This has now assigned the my user with the ability to use the soft phone on both their PC and their mobile. End user demonstrations will be shown in other videos of the soft phone and also of Collaborate, the more sort of feature-rich version of the soft phone. In this video, we've demonstrated how to create a new user in the Horizon admin portal, assign that user a DDI, and also how to assign them with services like a soft phone. Thank you for watching this demonstration.